A huge wild boar roams the streets and passersby are alarmed but intrigued. That's when a quick-footed grandfather skillfully rolled over and mounted the boar, leaving passersby in awe. The grandfather, obviously experienced, mounted the boar without panic and then sped away from the scene. Passing drivers were so frightened that they stopped their cars, only to see another unique spectacle. The old man had picked up a wild boar abandoned by his relatives in the mountains 3 years ago. This poor little life in the old man's careful care gradually grew up, and now has become an indispensable member of the old man's life. On weekdays, the old man and the wild boar are inseparable, and they have built up a deep affection for each other. Although the boar is a wild animal, it shows intelligence and emotions similar to those of humans. The boar is so smart that it even understands human language. Every day, the old man feeds the wild boar on time, and the wild boar will bow to the old man non-stop to show its gratitude. This kind of tacit interaction makes people marvel at the wisdom and emotional world of animals. Not only that, the wild boar also learned to follow the old man's instructions, and even learned to dance. Whenever the old man puts on music, the wild boar will dance a cheerful tango, bringing endless joy to the old man. However, due to its nature, the boar always likes to get into trouble. Today it is 1.9 meters in length and 1 meter in height. The huge boar still thinks he is a baby, and likes to lie on the old man to be pampered, which is a sweet burden to the nearly half 100-old grandfather. The old man's wife expressed dissatisfaction, and the couple often quarrel because of the wild boar. Despite the fact that his family is so against keeping the boar, the old man doesn't care and continues to take care of it relentlessly, even letting the boar into the house and spending a lot of time with it. In his daily life, the old man rides the boar through the streets and alleys, across the flyovers, and eventually brings it to the next town for a walk. Curious about the human world, the boar uses its keen sense of smell to explore the scents around it, and then opens its mouth wide to find out what's going on. Especially at the snack store, the boar would pout and play in front of the store because he couldn't get a snack. Even though the old man would angrily beat it with a towel, the thick-skinned boar would remain unperturbed and sit on the ground, unwilling to leave. After a long standoff, the old man had no choice but to compromise and buy the boar a box of snacks. Get food boar happy and kept bowing to the old man to express gratitude. So interesting picture attracted the surrounding onlookers have stopped to discuss. Passing by, the driver also stopped the car to take pictures of souvenirs. Get satisfied with the boar at this time in a happy mood, happily follow behind the old man, and he walked toward the mountain. This mountain is where the old man and the boar first met. The old man hoped that one day he would meet the boar's kind here, so he brought the boar here almost every day. The boar looks very happy to be back in its old neighborhood. The wild boar by nature likes to rub the dirt everywhere to relieve its itch and clean its body, which is a manifestation of its nature, but it also often gets itself covered with dirt and dirty. In addition, frequent feeding often disturbs the old man's rest time. The boar would wake up the sleeping old man by knocking on the window with its snout. However, the old man did not mind. He wakes up and carefully cleans the food bowl for the boar and puts fresh food into the bowl until the boar has eaten and drunk enough. If the boar is hungry in the middle of the night, it makes a loud grunting sound, as if asking the old man to get up and feed it. The old man needed to spend a lot of energy and time to take care of the wild boar every day, but he never complained. He felt that this was a kind of happiness, an unspeakable satisfaction, because he had long ago taken the wild boar as his own family. Sometimes, the old man would recall that scene when the wild boar was abandoned by his relatives. He felt heartbroken and was glad that he had picked it up at that time. He knew that without his help, the lovely wild boar might not have survived. A special emotional bond was established between the old man and the wild boar. They relied on each other for companionship. Whether it's joy or difficulty, they get through it together. Although the old man's relatives did not understand why he wanted to keep a wild boar, they gradually accepted this fact. They saw the deep friendship between the old man and the wild boar, and also saw that the old man became happier and more joyful because of the wild boar. Time passes like a shuttle. 3 years had allowed the boar to grow into a strong and intelligent adult pig. It is still inseparable from the old man and spends every day with him. This is a touching story about the deep affection between an old man and a wild boar abandoned by his relatives. It tells us that both humans and animals need someone to care and accompany them. As long as we treat the lives around us with our hearts, we can reap the benefits of sincere emotions and endless happiness. May everyone in this world be like the old man, caring for the lives around us with all their hearts, so that the world will be full of warmth and happiness. Well, that's today's story. This video ends here. If you like it, remember to like and subscribe. See you in the next installment.